What is going on, guys? This is Spade, and as requested, this is just going to be a regular 1920 by 1080 1080p 100% resolution video showcasing the GTX 1080 on PC. All the settings are maxed. I turned off AA, I turned off anti-aliasing at the request of Damon MBK, who is a good friend of mine, and he wanted to see where the card lied. In that aspect, he wanted to see where it fit. So I decided to do that since most actual FPS players play with AA off just because of the faster rendering. So I decided to do that with the FPS counter. As you can see, it was actually pretty good. I think the highest FPS that I got in this game was in the 212, 220 range. But the lowest one that I hit, sometimes it dipped down to like 90 and stuff, but it was like super fast that it would dip down to 90. But on average, it was on average around 130, 140 FPS on a solid average, which is pretty good for a single card maxed out at 100% resolution. And I know some of you were like, "Oh, these are fake. Your videos are fake." They're not fake. If you see the video I uploaded earlier in the week, I actually show my box that the card came in. I show it installed on my PC where you can see the driver and everything. So it is legit. I do have the card. This is the regular 1080p version. The reason why people are saying, "Oh my god, it's fake," is because I was rendering at 200% resolution on Battlefield 4 and Black Ops 3, which inherently kind of renders the game at 4K. It's a weird upscaling thing, but it does render it at 4K, which hurts the frame rate. Duh. You know, some people don't understand that. But in regular 1080p, this card is kind of a powerhouse, especially for a lot of the games I play. In regular 1080p, without any crazy upscaling or AA or anything like that, like this, it handles it like a motherfucking boss. You know, it is a solid card. And I'm happy with my purchase. And once again, everybody's been commenting, "Oh, that card has thermal throttling issues." I don't have that problem, guys. I'm sorry, I really don't. And there are workarounds on YouTube. Just look them up. It's real easy. I've said how I've got around it a couple of times already. Custom fan speeds set to 80% once you hit over 74 degrees Celsius. That way you don't get into the 80s, you know, and then up the power target to 120 and up the temp target to 92. And I haven't had any issues. And I don't know why that's so hard to grasp. But I did see that EVGA at Computex, I did see the 1080 hybrid, the GTX 1080 hybrid from Awesome Sauce Network. They actually showed it off. They didn't do any benchmarking or anything. It was just like hands-on, like literally they put their hands on it and was like, "Hey, this is this." So I don't know. I might wind up selling my 1080 and get the hybrid version since it's built-in water-cooled. I don't know. It's a maybe. I'm not 100% sure though. It's a possibility. No, but I have been toying with the fact of taking off the factory shroud on the 1080 and just slapping on a 980 Ti hybrid shroud from EVGA, since it will work and you can mate it up to make it work. So I've been looking at that and trying a couple other things if the thermal throttling issues does begin to be an issue with me. So far it hasn't been, but you never know. It depending on the game and how new the game's, it's a possibility. And so I do have one of my buddies is giving me access to his Steam library, so I'm going to be going through and downloading games because he has a fuck ton of games. So we're going to be benchmarking them and trying them out and seeing what kind of FPSs we can pull. One of the games that was requested yesterday, it might have been early today, was Crysis 3. I have never, ever played a Crysis game. The only time I've played a Crysis game was one of the demos, I think, for Crysis 2 on PlayStation 3. That gives you an idea of how long ago that was. I've never played a Crysis game or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure he has one in his Steam library, so I'll probably install it and give it a run through, just so you guys can see the FPS ticker at the bottom, and we'll see what's going on. And I'm not one of those typical PC people that just shows benchmarks and thermals and stuff. You know, I try to actually show you gameplay. Like on my Black Ops 3 stuff, it's actual matches. I like to share actual matches with you so you can see what's happening, not preset benchmark protocols or systems built into it. But I did upload a Tomb Raider in-game benchmark and a Batman Arkham Knight in-game benchmark, and those were kind of weird. Like Tomb Raider actually plays really well and feels really good on on high settings, like maxed out, but at the end of the day, it's still, I don't know, I was unimpressed with the frame rates on that game. It could just be me, it could be something else, like CPU or RAM, but it just didn't feel great. And then Arkham Knight is still just a shitstorm. Shit show all day. I don't know what it is, like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and the benchmark on that one was very unimpressive, to say the least, especially on this new card. Now, a lot of stuff could be coming down to drivers, as a lot of the games that are currently out might not be unoptimized, or that they are unoptimized for this card in terms of driver stabilities. A perfect example would be the Battlefield 3 clip that I have, where it just shows, I put everything on Ultra on 1080p, and there's a lot of texture flickering on the ground while driving, and even in walking, it just flickers black, you know. But if I put it on high or lower, it doesn't do it. But if I put it on Ultra, that's when I get the problem. So there's probably a driver issue somewhere that's causing this. But as for now, I really don't know. I might reinstall Thief and try the Thief benchmark, because that was a pretty graphically intensive game as well. You know, and I'm just going to be trying to knock these out and see what we can do. And I am anticipating getting a little bit better gameplays on the, I can't say better gameplays, because I mean, I'm only as good as I can be currently at these games. But there's been a few of you that are like, hey, can I play with you on these games? And the answer is yes. I mean, it's really simple. I'm a simple guy. If you want to play games with me, just add me on whatever. I'm playing Overwatch, my Steam, my Origin, and everything. It's all the same. It's just MysticSpade, one word. And then the only weird one is like BattleNet. I'm not sure what that one is, honestly. I know it's MysticSpade, and it's like a pound sign, and I think it's like 11669. Like, I don't know. Like, their system is kind of funky to me. But either way, that's where we're at. So I am trying to get my hands on other games to test the FPS on them and see what I can handle, what I can't handle. It was highly suggested that I do Witcher, but I accidentally uninstalled my free version of Witcher, and I don't know how to get it back. So that's where we're at. Once again, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support on these videos. And once again, these are not fake. I do have the fucking GTX 1080. I don't understand why it's so hard for people to grasp. Just because it's brand new doesn't mean people can't get it yet. But as usual, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like on it. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more from me, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.